Hey everyone, welcome back to my beauty space. If you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Natashia. And of course, in today's video, I did want to do a highly requested video for you guys. So if you guys want to see how I achieve my perfect brow using drugstore products, please keep watching. The first product I'm gonna grab is my e.l.f. HD powder. And since I've already did my foundation, I'm gonna apply this powder on top of my brows. This is going to stop this area of my brows from getting oily throughout the day. Picking up some more powder, and I'm gonna do the other side. Now that the powder has been applied to my brows, the next thing I'm gonna do is pick up my angled brush. You can use any angled brush, but I prefer a brush that has a super thin brush head. So the first thing I do with my brows is I just brush the brow hair up, and I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Now my brows are super thin. I did kind of shave the top part of my brow with my face razors as well as the bottom, and any hair that I could not get, I tweezed. Now that my brows are in place how I want them, I'm gonna pick up my brow pomade. This is from Milani, and now we're gonna outline the brow. But as I come forward, you can see that there's not as much product on the brush, which is good. Because you don't want a sharp line in the front of your brow. And then of course, once I've outlined the bottom part of my brow, I'm just gonna take my spoolie and brush that product into my brow. And then I'm gonna go back into my pomade, and you do have to wipe off any additional product. You don't wanna grab too much. And I'm gonna do the top part of my brow. And I don't like to overline my brows, only because my brows aren't that thick anyways. So I try to have them look as natural as possible. And the real reason why you also need a super thin tip angled brush is because you don't want this part of your brow to be too thick. I'm just picking up the pomade and I'm filling in my arch. I turn my brush and I kind of just flick the brush up so I can make fake hair. Take my spoolie once again and brush the product in to my brows. Now that I have my brows kind of like in place how I want them, I'm gonna take my Milani Stay Put. This is a brow pencil, and I'm gonna fill in my brow. I do have some sparse areas where I do not have any hair. So that is why this pencil comes in handy. And I kind of just start in at the tail end of my brow. Anytime you have a pencil, you also get a spoolie, and I really love this spoolie. So if you think you have too much product in your brows, once again, go ahead and use your spoolie. The last product that I'm gonna use on my brows, and this is definitely optional, I use the Stay Put Brow Shaping Gel. And what I do with this, I'm gonna start kind of in the center of my brow, kind of wipe some product on my brow. And then of course, when I come to more of the center part of my brow, I don't add too much product, but I want the front of my brows to look like I have natural hair there. So now that I have the brow the way I like it, I'm gonna grab my e.l.f. 16-hour concealer, and I'm just taking a concealer brush as well. And with this concealer, since this is the lighter shade, we're gonna put this kind of like a brow highlight. And I start in the center of my brow. And remember, go really slow. There's no reason to rush this process. And of course, this is definitely the area I'm trying to clean up. Any additional product that I have on my brush, I'm kind of just gonna wipe it off just a little bit, and then I'm going to come to the front of my brow and spread that product. And sometimes what helps me is I spray my brush with a little bit of setting spray to kind of move the product. And I'm just picking up another concealer brush. Now that the lower portion of the brow is done, I always like to take a concealer that is my shade or pretty close. This is the e.l.f. the 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade Cinnamon. So now I'm just gonna take a little bit of my concealer and bring this to the arch of my brow. And you see how I just brought it down to the tail end of my brow? And you see how thin the tail end of my brow is. I do wipe off the product. I'm gonna spray my brush once again with some setting spray, and then I am going to clean up the brow. Now this brow gives me the most trouble. I don't know what goes on, but I really struggle with this brow. We're gonna dip my brush into the pomade, wipe off any extra. I am gonna spray it with a little bit of setting spray. We kind of overdraw this brow due to the fact that it's my angry brow. And with this brow, I do pick up a lot of product. I'm picking up just a little bit more, and I'm gonna bring this to the top part of my brow. So I'm creating an arch in my brow. I'm gonna take my spoolie and just brush the product into my so-called skin / brows. I'm only taking a little bit of pomade on my brush. And we're gonna come to the front of the brow. So I placed my hand right under my nose to kind of have something sturdy to hold on to so I'm not shaking. And then I do the front of my brow. I'm going to create hair. So remember, rest your fingers somewhere that works for you. I'm gonna go back in with my Stay Put brow pencil from Milani. And I'm just gonna fill in the areas that I see that are kind of sparse on my brows. And then also to use your spoolie to brush out the product. So then I'm gonna take my Stay Put. This is my brow gel. And then once I think I don't have too much product, just bringing this to the front of the brow, keeping those nice fake hair strokes. Once again, I'm gonna take my 16-hour Camo Concealer from e.l.f. I am gonna spray my brush with some setting spray. Now we're gonna clean up the brow. Now you see here, I did have to add a lot of product there, so I'm gonna make sure that kind of blends in. So we're gonna start in the center of the brow. Remember, move slow, do not rush. And of course, the tip of your brow needs to be thin. That is why these little brushes come in handy. Whatever product I have left on the brush, I'm gonna bring to the front of my brow. Now that the bottom portion of my brow is complete, I'm gonna take the concealer that is more of my shade. So I start in the center near the arch and just bring that product down. And then I'm just going to blend this product into my skin. And I come forward, making sure that there's no product out of place and that I have like my fake hair going in the front. And then I just take my bigger, fluffier brush and just make sure everything is clean. Once again, I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel. You guys know I definitely appreciate the support. If this video was helpful for you, please do not forget to share with your friends and family. And also do not forget to thumbs up this video. Until my next tutorial, I miss you guys, and of course, I will see you guys soon. Bye.